Welcome to this month's special of Everything Sports with Aman. And yes, last week I put out a statement saying there will be more, there will be no more live streams, but instead I will be making special videos for you guys. And this time I'm going to recap fantasy for you guys right now, or the way my draft stacked up. And yes, you can see my bench here. You normally these players would be available on your waiver wires. But when I go to standings, there are indeed three conferences. And there are three conferences because of the fact that there were 15 people in this league. I thought it was a lot at first, but that honestly prevents super, super, super stacked teams. And we can see I'll recap my team, opposing teams, and why I think my team is the best out of any team in the league. And obviously, fantasy is fantasy. It's pretty much based off of luck. And without further ado, let's get started. And yes, for quarterback, I said to stay away from Lamar Jackson. But if he is available, like in the later rounds, then you probably then I'd say take a shot at him because I got him in the third round in a 15-person league. So with the 33rd overall pick, say you were um, doing a 10-person league, that would be early fourth round where people normally draft quarterbacks. Or if in the case of an 8-person league, that'll actually be the first pick in the 5th round. So you can see Jackson's fantasy numbers the last season. It was going up. And then we'll show more. Like he had many decent games. I don't think he had any bad game in fantasy. And then I looked at the bust versus boom. I just had to go with Lamar Jackson. So then Dalvin Cook, this was obviously my first round pick. I had the 3rd overall pick for this league, and the bust and boom is equal, but it's Dalvin Cook. And then yes, I'm kind of weak at running back Damian Harris, but I had to make sacrifices like that to get Chase Claypool, to get Lamar Jackson, to get Kyle Pitts, and to get my man DJ Moore. So DJ Moore, he is actually projected to make a boom now that Curtis Samuel is out, which I'm very happy about as a Panthers fan because now DJ Moore is more, no pun intended, in the spotlight. Like he had really good games, but then like here against the Chiefs, guys like Curtis Samuel would take away that value. So I'm very happy about DJ Moore and that Kyle Pitts. He is a rookie, but he's the main tight end in Atlanta. And he is going to be next to Calvin Ridley, and Matt Ryan literally just throws deep ball after deep ball. You have Matt Ryan as the quarterback. I honestly expect Kyle Pitts to be great. Chase Claypool at flex is what I'm really happy about, even though his stats are kind of taking a dip. But as you can see, like he broke out in the game against Philly. 3 touchdowns, 11 targets, 110 yards. That's honestly just crazy. I really like him as my flex. Jets defense. I'm pretty sure so someone got Carl Watson, I think was his name. That was a big loss for the Jets, but I'm still starting them, even though they're going against Carolina. As a Panthers fan, I don't want the Jets defense to do well, but I honestly think they will because the Panthers, they're just kind of streaky here and there. And even with Sam Darnold. Wow, Sam Darnold's playing his former team. I just realized that. And then Harrison Butker, I just got pretty much the best kicker available, as you can see in the ninth round. I drafted him in the ninth round in a 15-person league just because, as you can see, all my 8 other positions were filled. I just want the best available and then filled out my bench from there. And then my bench, I mean, the Bills defense, I drafted them. I've I'm really happy with my Jets and Bills defense, and then J.D. McKissick as a backup running back, Darnell Mooney. I really like my wide receivers on the bench, like for bye weeks and stuff when I can stick them in the lineup or just for a game here and there. Like even Blake Jarwin, man, he did get 2.2 points last season, but that was because of an injury. But I mean, I like him as my backup tight end as well. So now let's go and see opposing teams because, like I said, I do need better running back. So let's go to standings first. Obviously, by the playoff percentage, Conference 1 is the most competitive conference. Let's go team by team. Yes, this guy drafted Brady in the first round. That was a questionable move in a 15-person league too. Like this person's wide receiver core is kind of banged up, and I do need a running back. So if I wanted to, because I feel confident in my receivers on the bench, I could just swap Chase Claypool for Raheem Mostert, and then keep Harris, and then keep Harris, and then run Raheem Mostert at the flex position. So 12% chance to make the playoffs. I honestly think this team has a pretty good shot as well. Go to a football team, 53% chance of making it. Let's see. So the starting QB is Matthew Stafford, and then just all-around players after there. Obviously, Stephon Diggs, Robert Woods, Logan Thomas. Got the Packers defense, which is actually pretty decent. And James White, that's why I'm kind of debating it. James White and Damian Harris will be in the backfield. And wow, oh my God. Wait, so Michael Thomas, yeah, 7th round. He's gonna play. This scares me a lot because he's gonna have Michael Thomas, Stephon Diggs, and Robert Woods when they are all healthy. So now let's look at Deshaun Watson. Let's see. Make sure he's eligible in a twist criminal probe in the Deshaun Watson. He is eligible to play. Wow. Okay. So, legends, like Deshaun Watson's ideas are just falling apart because of, I guess, requesting a trade. Everything just didn't fall into place for him, I guess, because obviously no one drafted him, but he would have been drafted. Terry Cohen, what happened to him? Still be still young. Cohen, a return in mid-late could give him a spot, but there's no assurance he'll reclaim his previous role, one that entails steady targets on offense and punt return on special. Okay. 86, but he might not start week 1. Let me search up Chicago Bears running backs. Who is going to be the main person on the Chicago Bears for their running back position? Because that's what I'm more interested in. Oh, David Montgomery. He's off. He would have been on here. So if I go to filter, not that, here, our running back, Sony Michelle is also there. Like, there's a lot. Todd Gurley, I don't know why. I don't know why no team has picked him up. Like, let me search up Todd Gurley. I'm really not sure why no team has picked him up. He didn't do bad for the Falcons. Like, he was actually a pretty good flex. He was actually a pretty good flex on fantasy teams. Number 51. Okay, this is in 2020. I'm still not sure why a team hasn't signed him. Like Rex. Oh shoot! The Patriots lost Rex Burkhead to the Texans. That's actually very interesting. Philip Lindsay star and David Johnson got 1 change. Okay, the Texans running back situation is kind of like what's going on there, right? Like, I did drop Gerald Everett to get Blake Jarwin because I felt like Blake Jarwin would have a bigger impact because I really like backup players as well. The best flex is Traquan Smith, John Brown, Deshaun Jackson. Oh, I forgot he was added in, or he is in fantasy. You can see here he just exploded against Dallas. Amon Ross St. Brown. What name is that? Detroit Lions down the road. So any one of these teams could pop off. And let's see, if I were to offer Chase Claypool and Damian Harris, what running back could I get? So assuming he accepts a trade, I don't know if it's worth it for just to upgrade for 5 points. That might actually hurt my team because Chase Claypool and let's say Damian Harris. Darnell Mooney plug in to my flex, which I'm perfectly fine with because he is, let's say, Chicago Bears wide receiver depth chart. Oh, here, Darnell Mooney is a starting receiver. This is perfect. He is the second wide receiver, obviously behind Allen Robinson, but that doesn't mean he's not going to do well. So with that being said, let's look at, for example, a football team is named. Josh Jacobs, I want to feel comfortable offering Harris and Claypool for Josh Jacobs. Let's go and see team sub squad. David Johnson, like this person just needs a better team in general. I don't even want to trade for him. Playoff percentage is only 17%. He also drafted Patrick Mahomes in the first round. He does need to like plug in Nelson Aguilar. I am not sure where this team is gonna go because he does not have many trade pieces. Like I guess AJ Brown you want to trade after, but I'm not gonna trade Chase Claypool to get Kareem Hunt. So that's not gonna work in my quest to find a better running back. Let's go and Saquon Barkley, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, David Montgomery. This is very interesting because Terry Cohen on the depth chart, he is the running back too. but they could sort of use him as all rounder. So I wonder if I go to add players, can I claim Terry Cohen and put him on my IR? Ah, shoot. All right, cancel. Hold on. Because this might be. Oh, shoot. I can't. I need to. Here, actually, I can. At this point in the season, there's no need to have two defense. And the Bills defense is the Bills defense. Let's see, projected fantasy points 118.5. 2021 projection 86.4. That's probably a bad move. So I will indeed try to get the Bills defense back, but I don't need to drop anything. So continue, claim Terry Cohen, and then hopefully get the Bills defense back. Claim. They're going against Pittsburgh, so I feel like there's a big chance. So I'm actually going to drop the Jets defense. This could actually be very big if I pull this off, because I feel like Terry Cohen's not going to play week 1. That's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine, because I'll just IR him until he can play, and then he might actually be worth more than Damian Harris. That's what I think. So David Montgomery, Darnell Mooney, Marquise Goodwin as a starting wide receiver 3. I don't know how much he's projected to score. Let's go with Goodwin. Marquise Goodwin, is he picked up at? Yeah, 2.2. That's actually decent for the 49ers, but now he bounced around a couple teams. So hopefully I pull it off. And obviously the NFL season's in just under a month, so we'll see how everything goes. But Chase Claypool and Damian Harris, I'm not gonna try to get Montgomery, but I feel like Chase Claypool and Damian Harris should give me a running back that's projected to score maybe 15 points, for example. Well, Nick Chubb, Melvin Gordon. I don't think he's gonna trade Nick Chubb. Ooh, but let's see his receiving core though. So he'd be getting Damian Harris. That's a big downgrade for him though. That's not gonna happen, because you plug in Chase Claypool, Henry Ruggs is gonna be on your bench, and that's just gonna be eating up space. But that would make Henry Ruggs trade bait. So that could also be an option. Let's go with Team Kobe. Mike Davis is, I really want to draft Mike Davis, and he took him from me. So let me try and take him back. Mike, he kind of exploded in Carolina with McCaffrey's injury history. Let's see. So if I gave him Damian Harris, he'd be putting Mike Davis in here. Chase Claypool would be on his bench because of his wide receiver depth. But out of anything, he needs a tight end. Because Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, that's going to be a problem. Because I really like the Patriots free agency, on a side note. Oh, maybe DeAndre Swift, but so many teams just don't need a wide receiver. I need to find a team that has or is kind of struggling with wide receiver. Like right here, it's not in a million years this team is not going to give up Derrick Henry. Although they do need a better receiver. This team isn't going to do that. Derrick Henry for Chase Claypool and Damien Harris. I don't blame him for not doing a trade like that. Let's see on this team. Got Allen Robinson. Chase Claypool would be useful, but he's not going to give up Alvin Kamara. So that's actually interesting. Chase Edmonds, he does need a flex, even with T.Y. Hilton. Chase Edmonds, Daryl Mooney at flex. So Chase will actually Chase Edmonds for 12.3 points. 209.1 projected, and then 211.3. This is as identical it can get, guys. Like, let's look at Arizona Cardinals depth chart. Let's see if Edmonds, running back, James Conner. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Chase Edmonds for Chase Claypool. He needs a better flex. I need a better running back. I propose the trade. So as you can see, I'm projected to be the best team in the league, but anything can happen. As like in conference number 3, it's balanced division. Conference number 2 is actually relatively balanced, like 30-28 and then 47-59. But then here is what could shake up the league. And yes, there are 6 possible playoff spots. Like here, let's look at projected playoff bracket. One team will be getting one team or 2 teams, the 2 best teams will be getting a bye, and then obviously play the winner of whatever matchups they're going to be facing against. Let me see, just to double check. Playoff teams, yep, 6, all right. So we're actually good. So with that, that's my fantasy team in a 15-person league. Hopefully I get Terry Cohen just to see how he's going to do. And if I get this Chase Edmonds for both chases. So it's a chase for Chase. It's a win-win. I think it should be accepted. All cards match up, or whatever you want to say, line up. So with that, thanks for tuning in to this month's special. Make sure to tune in next Saturday for our normal episodes of Everything Sports with Aman. Have a great week.